not a whit. We defy augury. There's a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all. Since no man of aught he leaves knows aught, what is to leave betimes? Let be.
Hello, that was Jane Bradley reading an extract from Hamlet for what will be the first extract for this new series that we're announcing today called Unprecedented. There'll be several videos being released sporadically, maybe for months into the future. We'll see. This is the start of a new project, which we're very excited to announce today. But what is it? Let's ask Tom Sims.
Well, in many ways, this project actually started 30 years ago when, whilst on tour with Michael Bogdanov, Sue Best and Phil Bowen from the Willow Globe put together a piece of theatre called God Say Amen, which was a proactive response to the events of the Gulf War and the things that were going on in the world in the early 90s. And they were looking at how the history plays and what Shakespeare wrote and what his characters said in those pieces of work could relate to what was going on at the time. It sounded like an absolutely fantastic piece of work, and I think that they really connected with it because they shared it with us, and they said that they would like to do something similar, but for today's times, because without having to tell you, we are currently in a period of quite a lot of turmoil, and it certainly is a strange time for all of us. But I think there is some comfort in knowing that actually humans have been through strange times for all times. And indeed, great writers have covered a lot of what we're going through. And although we can feel isolated and separated and a bit at sea right now, if we look at the words of Shakespeare, we can find something that we can connect to. And I thought this was such a lovely idea, as did Jamie, and as did all of the Mariners, that what we're trying to do is get people together to share some of Shakespeare's words so that we can find those connections. And it reminded me of a quote that I have on the back of my complete works by none other than Dame Judi Dench, in which she says that this book is essential reference for anyone who's ever been in love, felt jealousy, fear, hatred, or desire. All human life is here, and every home should have one. And I couldn't agree more, because I think that through Shakespeare's words, hopefully we can all connect and take something positive, knowing that this is a shared experience. And although we're at home in boxes on screens, really, we're all in this together. And so that is what we will try and do with this piece of work over the next few weeks.
So watch out for the Shakespeare Link social media accounts. We'll be releasing videos as and when they pop up and when they're ready. They'll include extracts and readings from actors from the Wet Mariners, but also our wider extended family from around the world. Please do interact. Please comment on them. Email info@shakespearelink.org.uk if you want to say anything, if you have any ideas for extracts that are particularly pertinent, or indeed if you want to read an extract or perform anything, get it on tape. We'll share it. This is about us sharing everything together. We're sharing Shakespeare in a new form. But we're going to finish off with this video with a reading from our very own Philip Bowen, who's not reading Shakespeare, but he's reading this incredibly resonant piece by Robert Burton from 1625. Have a listen, have a think about how it has parallels with today and how we are linked to the past through the words that have been written down before us.
I hear new news every day, and those ordinary rumours of war, plagues, fires, inundations, massacres, and such like which these tempestuous times afford. Battles fought, so many slain, sea fights, peace, leagues, and fresh alarms. a vast confusion of petitions, lawsuits, complaints. Every day new paradoxes, opinions, controversies. Now tidings of revels, sports, plays. Then treasons, cheating tricks, robberies, enormous villainies in all kinds, funerals, burials, new discoveries, now comical, then tragical matters. Today we hear of new officers created, tomorrow of some great men deposed. One thrives, his neighbour turns bankrupt, now plenty and then again dearth and famine. Thus I daily hear both public and private news. Amidst the gallantry and misery of the world, I rub on in a strictly private life.